Your sunroof drains are, by the way, if you just open your sunroof, there's going to be a hole right in the corner here on each side, and then the tube goes down the A-pillar, and then in here, and you'll see it. It's actually right in here. You can feel it right there. That's the tube. You see? That's the tube. You can actually feel it with your finger. It goes down. And I already confirmed that it works. It leaks out down below here. And make sure that those are unclogged. Mine were not clogged too bad, but the rainstorm we had was pretty substantial for about non-stop 3 days. So maybe it was partially clogged and water made its way down. Because there's like up in the sunroof, there's like a bucket. So there's like a bucket that goes all around, okay, like a metal almost bucket, and once that fills up with water, right, even if it's the sunroof drain is partially clogged, it has nowhere to go. And that's what happens. Yep. Oh, how are you gonna ignore this? You know what I'm saying? You can't really ignore these plans that come up out of nowhere. That's why it's shorting out here. And yeah, look. So there's this cap. And if you remove the cap, it's right here, at least while you're drying the carpets, you're going to remove this cap so the water can drain out, because it shorts out here and then you get your rear AC on and then your locks start doing weird stuff going on and off. So the issue is, see, all this is soaked in water. The issue is your sunroof drains, when it's a heavy rainstorm, if they're even slightly blocked, which mine were, and I cleaned them out, what'll happen is it will find its way down using these electrical wires, because they go up the A-pillar, and then eventually they go into these little connections, short these out, and then you get start having a bunch of weird electrical issues on this thing. So yeah, you're gonna want to dry this out very well, clean it up, make sure none of it rusts. But what I'm gonna do is, you leave this out for a day or so, make sure it's dry weather so that it dries out, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to drill a hole in here so that in case there is ever water collecting, at least it has somewhere to go, because it just what it did before was it would just pool in this area. Okay, what's happening here is water is seeping in through right here. Sometimes they seep in underneath these little molding trim pieces. It seeps in here, goes down, and then ends up here, and then also goes in there. So that's the next thing we got to take care of. Let's take all this apart, confirm the leak from right here. Replace, there's two valves underneath this. There's two valves that get replaced. They're like flaps. And then put this back. I'm gonna do the same thing in the front here. Is you remove this plug, and I'm going to drill a hole in the middle of it, just temporarily, and then you'll have to buy new ones, so that while I'm figuring out the water leak issue, at least it'll be able to drain out, because that goes right to the outside. So these little plugs in the floorboard will have a hole in them. So basically what I did was, the water ends up draining or pooling in this area, and so you drill out a hole in these middle little clips, plugs, and And again, this is for the future if there's ever water here. You also do the same here, and you do the same here. Don't worry, there won't cause any issues. Nothing's gonna splash inside. They're way too small for anything like that to happen. Just don't take the plug out completely. Drill a hole in it, because that's all you need in case you ever get water in this area for it to drain. And then in there, you have to remove this piece to see if there's a plug underneath there, which there probably is. So over here, here's a couple connections. See how they're all wet, especially that one there, the top one. It's like soaked. You're gonna wanna dry all these out. This right here, to get this connector off, you just push it out and then it will slide out. It's like similar to like the BMW connectors. So just out and in, then you can pull that one out, and then when you put it back in, it goes back in. You just push here. Все мокрое. Надо полностью высушить обе стороны, смазать, подключить, попробовать, может быть. Миша там даже снизу коротит. So what I did was I used the 3M urethane to seal just went right over the windshield in order to seal if there's any gaps anywhere, and basically just take some blue painter's tape and tape it off as best as you can. And you're going to seal the entire perimeter of the windshield.